Hey, what's up guys? Welcome to Xbox On's latest video where we have got some Halo Infinite campaign gameplay. Yes, campaign. Obviously we're playing loads of the multiplayer, but here's our first snapshot of what the campaign missions look like. Got a couple of cutscenes that are going to start us off, so I'm just going to let you enjoy those. Once we get into the video, I'll tell you some of the reasons why I think this is the most fun Halo I've ever played. So enjoy the cutscenes. We'll chat in a bit.
And 33. Pressure building in lines 4. Set. Protocol accepted. Breach detected. Breach detected. Breach detected. Breach detected. Breach detected. Breach contained. Breach contained.
Okay, Daddy's listening. Can you say hi? Hi. And show Daddy how big you are. Can you say so big? Good. And can you sing?
Mary had a
Good singing. How about I miss you
I miss you.
and I love you?
I love you, Daddy.
Good. And can you say I can't wait to see you
I
again?
can't wait to see you again.
Okay, now say bye-bye.
Bye.
Signal detected. Signal detected. Tag designation. Friendly. Signal detected. Tag designation. Friendly. Signal detected. Tag designation. Friendly. Signal detected. Tag designation.
This is UNSC Pelican Echo 216. Can you hear me? This is UNS. Looks like the main power cells are fried. Auto shut down. Triggering survival mode. I'm going to try to override. Okay. If you can hear me in there, I hope you're ready. Please don't die. Please don't die.
That's right, Chief's back, baby. Oh my goodness, it looks amazing, doesn't it?
Yes! Yes! We're going home! Oh, welcome back, Chief. I rerouted what little power I had into your suit. I'm seeing a fault on the calibration matrix. At least I think it's a calibration matrix. Okay, follow the light. Look up. Now let's look down.
I love that they added in this neat little way of getting your inverted look patterns calibrated in.
Let's try right.
Such a nice throwback to all the older Halo games as well. But honestly, the detail that I'm seeing right now in this is incredible. So impressed.
But it looks like there's a problem with the servos in your hands. Try moving it. Stay calm. You've been out
Even
there
the
a while.
detail in the suit up close, like whilst we're in engine, is incredible.
I know I saw something in here to check the diagnostics on your armor.
Now, in case you're wondering, we are actually playing this on the Xbox Series X. I'm going to be playing with mouse and keyboard today, as that's just my sort of preferred input. But of course, you can play it with your controller as well. So
You need to see, Chief.
it just feels really good, though. All the settings dialed in just right for mouse and keyboard, in my opinion. Damn, that suit looks so good. I love the updated armor. It's amazing. Can't wait to get hands on with the grapple shot as well. It's been so fun playing with it in the beta for multiplayer. Definitely interested to see what we can do with it with the enemies that we're going to encounter on Zeta Halo. And there it is.
No, no, no. Not then. Not again. We need to run.
I need a weapon.
Weapon? This is all I've got.
It's enough.
Wait, what? What are you gonna do?
Improvise. Close the door.
I mean, as far as opening lines go, I need a weapon. It's a pretty strong way to start, Chief. Definitely the calm before the storm, I have to say. So it's cool that when the new missions start off, you get a little sort of checklist of things that you could be looking out for. So things like skulls, data pads, bits of lore as well. So if you need to, replay a mission to look for something you might have missed, you've got a handy little checklist at each start so that you know what you're going to be looking for.
Against an entire army.
The music as well is just out of this world.
Told you. It's enough.
Halo's always been known for such beautiful orchestrations, but honestly, I think they might have just stepped it up a level again, because the music in Infinite is so good.
They're powering up a stasis beam. We can't escape.
You work on the batteries. I'll buy us some time.
Yeah, I believe him too. Chief says he's going to do something. You better believe he's going to do it. God, the drums, everything, it's all just coming together. Here we go with the grapple shot. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. I'm so in for this. Let's go.
I don't believe it. You made it. Now what?
All right, scan. So scan reveals your current objective and their waypoints, along with nearby weapons, interactive objects, and collectibles. Sweet. So just hitting Z on the keyboard. I believe it's down or it's up on the D-pad if you're playing on controller, though. So.
Then we shut it down. Stasis beam, weapons, all of it.
Oh, it just feels so good, so fluid. I love it.
I'll figure something out.
Hell yeah, we'll figure something out. So grapple shot is really accessible. It's just Q or left bumper on the controller. Really, really easy to just get swinging around the maps with this. If you've been playing the multiplayer beta, then you'll be very familiar with that. One thing that was immediately noticeable, by the way, in my opinion, is the sound is just out of this world. I mean, obviously I've already spoken about how the soundtrack itself is beautiful and it sounds excellent. But in terms of the gun sound, the enemy chatter as well, it's all so on point. Gun sounds as well, just it's brilliant. You really feel like you can place every single noise source whereabouts it is around you. So half the time you don't really need to rely on even the scanner, the motion scanner, because you could just feel and hear everything so much clearer. The clarity is just excellent. Oh, who's going to be behind the door? Oh boy, okay, we got our first look at a brute. I don't know about you guys, but the Banished in particular as a faction feel like they've got such a chip on their shoulder. So I hate to be the one to break it to this guy, but he ain't going to be beating us. One more for good luck? Yeah, why not?
Remember his example. We do not bow our heads. We do not
That hologram.
before foes.
Oh,
It's
look.
Atriox.
Damn.
He led the attack on the Infinity. He was looking for something.
I just love the grapple shot in terms of its way to make more areas of the map accessible as well.
I know.
Because as you're going to kind of see later on in the gameplay, in my opinion, I think Infinite might have stepped it up in terms of verticality of maps. There's always been quite a lot to look and, you know, see and do in Halo. But later on in this mission in particular, there is a section of it where there's so many more levels to it. There's like a basement, there's like little sort of platforms above it as well. There's just so much more to do. Gotta love a needler. You see why I love the grapple shot. It's just so fun to play around with. The sandbox in Halo has always been one of its strengths, and honestly, I know a lot of people are going to be doing some pretty funky moves when they get their hands on the campaign itself. Obviously, it's going to be coming out on December 8th for worldwide launch for campaign. And for those of you playing the beta for the multiplayer already, you'll be happy to hear that, yes, of course, you will keep all of that progress that you're making. So no need to worry about having to redo everything in your battle pass or anything like that. Oh, snap. I think the pure speed of myself running into that actually exploded those cells. Whoops. Well, I guess it just means you gotta be extra careful, huh? That's more like it. Oh, God. Now, the Mangler is such a nice little weapon. It's kind of like a handheld shotgun, or sort of similar to a sawn-off shotgun, maybe, in terms of the way it deals damage. It's really, really fun to use, though. Oh, wow, that went far. Oh, God, I've got to be really careful around those energy cells, man. They are lethal. It looks like they kind of leave some flames as well. So it might be good for some area of effect damage as well, which is pretty clever. Let's go back to the Needler. I don't know where I put my battle rifle, my assault rifle. Where are you? There you are, little buddy. Come here. Definitely going to need you. Oh, God, the lighting is excellent as well. It really shows how much care that 343 have put into the environmental design of this game, because you can just tell the lighting is really great at setting the mood, and just you can see the sort of atmospheric density as things are sort of further away. Very impressive. Now, I'd already kind of talked about the sound of guns and things like that, but I think I need to really stress at how much it sort of adds to the sort of punchiness of some of these weapons. They just feel so much stronger to use. You might have noticed that if you've been playing the beta for the multiplayer. But honestly, it just really just feels right in your hands. You feel like every shot is hitting with force. All right, let's not forget to scan. As it mentioned, oh, see, look, scanning is a really useful thing to do because you can find some handy weapons. The Bulldog being one of my favorite guns to use in multiplayer. It is pretty much a two-shot kill against Spartans. But it's also just super punchy, super weighty, really fun to use. All right, so I guess we're heading this way. Grenades there. I think we're all stocked up, though. Now, you know it already probably if you played a bunch of other Halo games, or even just shooters in general, but headshots really are going to be the difference maker if you're playing on harder difficulties. And especially with the banished brutes in particular, they are wearing these kind of hats or helmets that you need to take those off if you want to land those shots and down them really quickly, especially when it comes to some of the boss battles that you might encounter later in the game itself. Woo! Is that a triple? I like that. That felt really good. Nice. So yeah, this is kind of a new thing, well, for me at least. I don't think I remember any other Halos having this, but there are these sort of weapon restock points littered throughout the map. As you know, Halo's kind of got a bit more of an open world nature to it by exploring Zeta Halo itself. But these energy points are great because although we picked up the Bulldog and it only had one clip of ammo, now we've got a full 3 clips to play around with. And here we go, another room which has an example of why the grapple shot is going to be so useful. There is a bit more verticality than you would expect. It's not just one linear level or one linear platform. There's multiple levels of enemies that you're going to need to worry about. So utilizing the grapple shot as effectively as possible is going to be the difference maker for those of you playing on Legendary, and even adding in some skulls as well if you're looking for some modifiers for your games. Lovely stuff. I've I've got to say, grabbing some of these energy cells is definitely the way to go because you never know when you're going to need them. Have one of these. I think we got them all. I'm fine. Now, one little trick that you might want to know about the grapple shot is that if you're having trouble with these jackals, it is a great way of disarming them when they're holding their shield up. So definitely useful to be aiming for those jackals, especially if they're sort of protecting one of the sniper jackals around you and you're having trouble breaking through. Grapple shot is perfect for doing so. Oh, yeah, we like the look of a BR. Well, can't say no to that, can I? What else we got? Carbines, plasma pistols. Yeah, okay. Nice. Right, let's see what's behind the door.
The hour approaches. Soon, the banished will stand victorious. Patriarchs, hear these words. Even from beyond this life, your will is served. Your forces occupy the ring. Within hours, it will be under our control. Humanity will cower before your legacy. They will burn. Their praise and defiance will be all but a memory.
Now, if you ever wanted an enemy speech to get you fired up, that's probably just about going to do it for you, huh? Looks like we got to teach him a lesson or two.
Problem.
We need to get out of here.
I'm working on it.
Oh, God, what was that?
Work faster. These pelicans nearly on board and the power's still out. Don't let them get me.
Oh, here we come. Grapple shot is so fun for that. Oh, snap. What was that? God bless the battle rifle. It's just so mean and accurate. Are there any kinetic weapon stations around? Ooh, he looks like a big bad. You want to catch one of these, buddy? Where'd he go? Like I said, got to take off that helmet if you really want to deal damage to some of the tougher enemy types in this game.
Stop him! He can't kill everything!
Okay, so the blue ones here, they're actually for the plasma weapons if you want to reload those. You're looking for the orange ones if you want to reload your kinetics, though. This room, again, is a really great example of the verticality that they're sort of expanding upon in Halo Infinite's campaign. It is so big, this particular room. Perfect for things like boss battles, of course, or just having, you know, being surrounded by mounds of enemies. There we go. There's our kinetic ammo. All right, so...
The Spartan is here!
Oh, snap. Hi, buddy. Where'd you come from? Out of ammo. Oh, we didn't refill it. Oh, no. Let's take a mangler. I quite like them. Alright, so again, don't forget you can always hit scan. Oh, if you've forgotten where you need to be heading. There we go, up here. That's our objective. One thing that you're definitely going to want to pay attention to is in the bottom right, you can see that under Q, I've got bound the grapple shot, and when you use it, it's not instantaneously recharged. You do have to wait for it to refill, so you also get an audio sort of blip in case you were wondering when it might refill. So we can do it again just to demonstrate that. So it's been used, it's recharging now, and it's full. You hear that little... That's my best impression of it. All right, what we got here? Disable stasis beam.
It's locked down. Requires a hack.
Okay. And you can do that?
No. Scuttle the ship.
I like that
You're
plan.
going to destroy this ship? With us in it? I'm going to die here.
but we are going to have to save it for another one, guys, because I don't want to spoil too much more of the campaign itself. It's been a lot of fun playing this for you, though. Of course, you can check out the rest of our channel for more Halo Infinite gameplay, tips, tricks, especially for multiplayer as well. So if you want to check all of that out, make sure you're dropping a sub, dropping a like. Let us know in the comments what you're most excited for as well about Halo Infinite's campaign itself. And we will see you in the next video. Thanks so much for watching. Bye-bye.